exercise coming in!
Lock up! Everyone will live in hope that the trial will go their way. And then there's that dawning realisation it hasn't. You're going to prison.
Some of them are still in shock that they've been sentenced.
The first time you come in here, you just never forget.
It's scary. My heart was in my mouth, I was shaking.
I don't think they realise what the prisoners actually go through behind closed doors.
People say it's a holiday camp, but it's not.
Ready for your bedding and tools, guys?
They just count the days down till they get out. Buzzing for it, buzzing to get out.
One for liberation.
You feel like going on your hands and knees and kissing the pavement.
Is Laura feeling better today? Sense of humour returned? That's good.
Greenock's a community prison. We've got a big mix of prisoners here. I've worked with all the prisoner groups. Probably my biggest challenge has been working with women, but I like a challenge.
David, can you check to see if I've got court tomorrow?
Okay, will do.
In the mail halls, the prisoners, unless they're really looking for something, they have a tendency not to spend a lot of time talking to you. Whereas here, with the female prisoners, they want to talk to you all day. Hello.
Can I borrow your calculator a minute, please?
I can find it. Sometimes you just don't get out a minute's break from the moment you come in the morning.
Hello. Very funny. I don't think I'll be bringing MD's washing up.
It's Jade's last 24 hours in prison.
The amount of lies you tell when you're full of drugs, you don't care what you're saying, see, as long as you're going to get what you want, you'd sell your granny. What are you doing to me?
Jade was convicted for shoplifting.
What are you doing to me? Right, I'm getting out of prison tomorrow morning. Right, here we go. The excitement sort of builds up, but it'll either be later the night or first thing in the morning. I'll be bouncing about, ready to go. I'm only trying to impress myself anyway. I'm looking forward to seeing my mammy and my boy and my dad, obviously. All my pictures from my boy. That'll go in, if it will go in this big bag, look. Do you want gloves out?
It's Jade's last shift working in the kitchen.
What are you wanting, doll? They opened the door and says to me, did I want to go and work in the pantry? I've worked in there before. That woman's a veggie and all. Which I was glad of, because you don't like just sitting about all day. I'd rather keep myself active, you know. Snow's warm in here today, innit, no? We get fans on. When I get out of prison, try and get a voluntary job now, because it still gets me out there. And then that way you might be talking to somebody else and they might say, oh, well, that lassie's a good worker, I'll just take her on and give her the chance. Coming in, hen? Get a smoke. Come in and get a wee smoke after all that hard work. I've been coming in out of prison for about the last 9 years. I was the first person, the only person in my family to be in prison. My mum and dad worked to give me anything at all that I wanted. I worked myself, worked in the pharmaceuticals, worked in a sunbed shop with a bistro. Then I got involved in drugs. I think it was about 27 or something. I hadn't been well before that and I lost a lot of weight. And I get that sick, fed up by people saying, your own drugs, your own drugs, your own drugs. I thought, well, no what, I'm going to try them. And that's just the way it snowballed from there. Obviously, I lost the jobs. You had to do something to fund it, so I got shoplifting. And that's initially how I started getting the jail, and it continued all the way right through up until the present day.
But I'm praying now especially for Jade as she leaves us tomorrow.
Jade has been attending fellowship meetings during her time in prison.
I'm going to think about a kind of a prison story, and thinking about you, Jade, as you're going out soon. I can remember the first time Jade came to the group, and I hope I'm allowed to say this. I would have said Jade was a wee ticket. She was rough and ready, and she just didn't fit into the kind of group that we have here.
Derek seen me when I first came in, sort of suppressed a bit. I wasn't talking much, or no, you can't get me to shut up.
It was quite remarkable just to see the change, the way she spoke, her language improved, her attitude improved, even her appearance improved. And I can say at the end of it, she was one of my favourites.
He's really, really good. He coaxes you out yourself, you know. He like, sees your potential and he builds on it.
But Derek has concerns for Jade's release tomorrow.
Jade's support on the outside is not good. She doesn't have a circle of people that will kind of lead her up the ladder a bit. She's likely to gravitate towards those that she knows. And sadly, I think that's what will happen to Jade. You be good.
Mm-hmm. I'll try. All right.
God bless you, Jade.
I'll see you this afternoon, okay?
Right. God bless you.
Right.
Good to know.
I do believe there is a God, you know. I keep saying he must be busy and he's not answering my prayers. But I'm told if you keep praying, you know, your prayers will come true, so I must just do that, carry on praying and see what happens.
Prison officers like David help prisoners prepare for their release.
I think being a person officer, it's more about trying to get accommodation issues ready, make sure that the addictions have been addressed. The biggest problem we've got is with housing, trying to get people somewhere to live when they go outside.
The only bit I'm a wee bit negative is about going down the homeless route, you know.
Jade has nowhere to stay after her release from prison.
If I get put in a hostel, my fear is drug dealers, you know, because they badger you, they don't leave you alone.
The breakdown is not getting accommodation. So when folk then don't get accommodation, they go back to the addiction and taking drugs and alcohol and just end up back in the same predicament they were in initially.
There's a lot of homeless in Glasgow and all they have is hostels for you to go to. But I'm sure I'll cope.
It's Jade's last night in prison. Her cell door is locked for the last time. Having served 3 months, it's finally the morning of Jade's liberation.
Steph, see you later. Cheerio, hen.
We do put them out better people than what they came in, but the choices are for them now. It's up to them whether they want to take those opportunities that are there.
Right, that's all my important bits of paper. put my Bible in there and all. Aye, I'll just carry that. I'm going to take the help that's offered for me this time and really see if, you know, if they can help me. Right, doggies, a cuddle. I'll be in touch. I'm taking that one lighter with me, right? Right, I love you. Right, be good. Right, love you, mate. There's wee bits there, I know, right? Pamela will give you.
Right.
All right.
Thanks, then.
See you later, Tammy.
Nice, Ted.
Right. Using drugs obviously affected my mum. It broke her heart. See you, boy. See you later, Ori. Thank you. I love my wee ma. She would do anything for me. And the amount of things I've put her through is just, it's unbearable, so you think about it.
Hello, Jude. What, just have a wee seat in there just now? I'll get you a sec. Okay.
I couldn't apologise enough, so I just have to try and start showing her. It's actually just about building up trust again and, you know, building that relationship back up.
Good. Where are you travelling to today?
Glasgow.
Okay, sure. Warrant for the train?
Right, thank
you.
you.
Used one of them before?
I have.
Right, just hand it over and you'll get a ticket. You put that in your bag, don't turn it once you leave the establishment.
Aye, don't worry.
Good. That's your cash, that's the total.
Right.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, good to go.
Aye, that's me.
You know where the train station is, yeah?
Aye, didn't vote that hole in it. Aye, it's lovely, innit? I've got a good day for it anyway. Yeah, I've done my thinking time now.
Is that last we'll see you for a while?
Aye, for a while anyway. Aye. I've got to just dust myself down, get back out there, start afresh, do my best and just try and stay out of prison.
When I first came to Low Moss, it was still a building site at the time. So, work-related injury. Iron my shocks.
What's work-related?
It looks like it needs iron.
Hey. It was more like a college when you first walk in rather than a prison.
T-section!
The long-term prisoners have nothing to lose. Their attitude's worse towards the staff than the short-termers. Short-termers always want help if I stay as well, so you don't get as much grief off them. You need to have a strong personality and you need to stick to what you believe is right. You can't buckle.
Sell another bag in?
If they start challenging you, you need to stick to your guns.
Kelvin 240, level 2 clear with 5454.
The latest admissions arrive from court.
I'm brand new and I'm sober, but as soon as I get into the drink, a bit of a head case.
Ross is in the first 24 hours of his sentence, having served 3 months on remand.
Ross, you want to come in, right? Ross, you first of all give me your handy glove, man. Top off.
Well, when I start drinking, mate, I can't stop. Go for a couple of weeks without it and that, but I get started, I'm a bit of an animal. Just running about like a fucking idiot with a tap off, you know what I mean? Thinking of William Wallace, man. Aye, that's about it, mate, you know what I mean?
If you get me jeans, the jeans sitting there. Joe, we think in the rack, just size of waist, aye.
I've got a bit of a self-destructive button, I know what I mean?
Yeah, the gym?
Aye, I love the gym, mate, in here. Something inside you, mate. It's like a buzz, man, I can't help it. It's as if it fucking eats away at us, mate. I'm an alcoholic, you know what I mean? I'm an alcoholic, I know I'm a...
Fucking the up, mate, 18 months. I wouldn't thank you for getting me up to now, man. I'm fucking better off in here, mate, to be honest with you. Right. Too well, outside, man.
I want to try and quit, man. So it's going to kill me, I'm going to get a life or somebody's going to murder us. You know what I mean? Aye.
Take a seat, give me a belt. Just now, grab a wee seat on there. Your back right on it, Ross. My shoe, good man. What we get?
Did you expect the 18 months today? I was actually expecting quite a bit more, to be honest. I was quite happy with that.
No, I was stoating about with a bag full of weapons, lying in a field. I'd obviously went to sleep, and I woke back up, man, and there's two bobbies standing above us. There was a hammer in the bag, there was an aluminium baseball bat, and there was a dumbbell and a sock. And that was that, you know what I mean? Lifted again.
Ross was convicted for possession of weapons and assault.
Do you feel you need protection? No. No. Any expecting problems contacting family or friends? No. No. Any problems with visits? No, not at all, no. No. We're feeling suicidal? Aye, big time. I'm kidding on that.
About 21, that's when I really started going off the rails. My dad had a bad car crash and that, and I fell out with my first missus, and I think I loved her at the time, the only bird I've ever loved, you know what I mean? And I turned into a bit of a fucking idiot, and that's about the size of it, mate.
It's got a wee seat, Ross.
Yeah, go all right.
After 1 hour in admissions, Ross is taken to his cell.
Well, it's fucking easy, mate. Prison life is easy.
Right, mate. How you doing?
The thing that's hard about it is sometimes people get on your tits a wee bit and they don't realise they're doing it. And you can quite easily wind up, but you need to try and keep calm, just to end up getting extra time added on. Cheers, mate. $18 months, mate, for the full what? They've chopped my licence shooting about, mate.
Lovely. Brilliant, mate, brilliant.
Delighted, mate. It's a sad thing to say. I think it would upset people to hear, some people, you know what I mean, but I prefer being in prison than I do outside. I just feel more comfortable, more relaxed. See, when I'm outside, I just fucking always on the edge all the time.
Recreation is a key part of a prisoner's day, but is also a way for prison officers to discipline poor behaviour.
They get more at Low Moss than they do at other jails, because we've better facilities here at the moment. Pool tables or table tennis tables, they're given access to playing cards, dominoes, Scrabble. If they want something, they need to behave to get it. If they misbehave, they don't get that.
When I came to prison, man, there was a jail, everybody else played cards, you know what I mean? But I'm not really into playing cards, man. So I just started doing drawings, you know what I mean? And realised I quite like it. And it continued on through there. And I was like, this is fucking dynamite. That's what keeps me going in here, that keeps me nice and calm, you know what I mean? That's what keeps me right. I love doing that, so if it wasn't for that, man, I just fucking don't know what I would do, you know what I mean? I can pursue is my art career, you know what I mean? That's the only thing that I drive towards, you know what I mean? Try and start afresh, go to college. I know I've got potential to be something else rather than I fucking run about like a sausage, you know what I mean? It's too hard to make money doing it unless I start trying to chop my ears off, you know what I mean?
I was just thinking, you look a bit like Van Gogh.
Aye, you know, mate, aye. More like Rembrandt, mate. Everybody's been calling me Rembrandt in here.
Having access to things to do in their spare time, it just helps their time in the jail easier. For us to manage their time in the jail and for them to manage their time in jail too as well. If they're out playing football or out doing the gym and all that, they're no up the halls causing trouble. And that's the way to look at it too as well.
You want HMP Lumos? Morning, Davey. Morning, Ellen.
Aye. Did I make the road and then that?
When I tell people about Lumos, I explain it's like a big corrective centre. It's not gloomy at all at Lumos. I'm sounding a bit like a holiday rep, you know, and it's like, but it's not a gloomy place to work in. It's quite a cheery, optimistic place to be. We've got nice bright colours in the walls, and things like that can make a difference to your environment. Right, Thomas. Out of all the jobs I've ever had, this has actually been the easiest job I've ever had. And yet, you know, when people speak to me and ask me what I do for a living, they seem quite shocked. That's not weird. I'm not a typical prison officer, and I've been told that many times. I like talking to prisoners, listening to their lives. I find it really interesting talking to them. Good morning. Fine. A lot of the time, it's just about support, and it's about speaking to that person and trying to say to them, look, you know, you have got it in you to change. It will be very hard. And I'll say, you know, you don't need a wishbone, you need a backbone. There's always something in everyone, some potential in everyone.
It's John's final 24 hours in prison.
When I'm in here, I'm not doing anything in my life. I'm still stuck. I've got to get back out and start again.
He was charged with possession of a lethal weapon.
Are we getting fed in it, aye? Been in prison, say about a dozen times, maybe more. Used to be just stupid things, fighting, breach of peace. As years go on, kind of longer sentences. When I was about 16, I started drinking. Everything else that comes with it, innit? You just get out of trouble. Once it starts, when you choose to know your face, that's it. The biggest problem has been alcohol. Every time I've been arrested, it's been alcohol related, or alcohol had something to do with it. You want mine on? Everybody drank. We ordered, everybody done thing, try to fit in with a crowd. I didn't question it when I was younger, but obviously as I got older and realised it's what it does to your life, you start to think why you're doing it. Why you try to think how you can stop doing it.
Most of the things they do, I don't think they would do a lot of it if they weren't drinking.
People think we get it easy. In one sense, aye, it's maybe not the way it was years ago, locked up constant, but you're still away from your family. You get to see people once a week, maybe a wee bit more in here, but no, it's, you do get punished.
What's been the hardest thing for you about serving this sentence?
No seeing my son, that's the hardest bit for me. He's 14, just turned 14 in February. And he realises now obviously everything's down to the drink. I've not seen him at all this visit.
And how do you feel about that?
Guilty. Obviously not been there for him, not been there when things have happened. Like my brother and my father, we never know well. I was in prison, wasn't there for my mother, wasn't there for my son. Not been there, my son growing up, guilt.
Good morning.
Yeah, I need to go out in the morning and get it first thing, don't I? I've been in here more than, I'd say more than half his life. Any time I talk to him on the phone, you stay away from drink. It's always the same question, oh, you're nearly staying away from drink. Everything ends with that. Starts and ends with drink. He doesn't like to see me when I'm drunk. If I had a drink in me, it puts him off it, or I hope it puts him off it anyway. When I do think of him, I just kind of try to put it at the back of my mind. It's guilt every time when it comes to my son or it comes to my parents. I wasn't there for my mum, my sisters. Guilt, it's guilt with everything. When it comes to family, it's just guilt for being in here. What have I done it to use? This is a different story altogether. You can either do your sentence where you're thinking too much about everything that you've done, being in and all that, or else you can just have a laugh and a joke and make the best of it.
When a prisoner's due to get released, yes, he is. He's a wee bit more happier, as you could imagine. But sometimes I feel they're too kind of excited about getting out because you're thinking to yourself, right, OK, there's initial excitement, you're out, freedom. But then, right, what are you going to do with the rest of the time? So you try and say to them, well, what have you got planned? What's your plans? Where are you going to stay?
When I get out, I've got to phone up, get an appointment for signing on. I've got to go to my doctors, so I've got to go meet social work. Then after all that, I've got to go to the homeless, register homeless, and it's a matter of time for them to find me a flat. They can put you in a hostel, but it's not a place I would go. If I've got to go out there and I've not got somewhere to stay, or I need to go to the hostel, you're around people that's drinking, taking drugs, and I'm not wanting to be in a situation where I'm in that.
I hate to see someone getting out and you're thinking they've not really anywhere to go, and I think that's so sad, you know.
I've been homeless a couple of times. I've always had somebody to stay with, it be my mother's or something like that, but I tend not to. I don't like to go there and put the pressure on my mother and that, having to put us up. I think it affects them more than it affects me. They obviously see me in a prison. I think my mother feels safer when I'm in prison rather than out. She knows where I'm at, she knows I'm not in trouble.
I think when a prisoner's locked up the night before they're getting libbed, there'll be excitement, there'll be, I can't wait to get out of here, right, for some. But for others, it's scary, you know, and they'll be like frightened and where am I going and what am I going out to?
It's John's last night in his cell.
Can't wait to get out, just see everybody, see my way and just try and start my life here. Hopefully it'll be different this time for the way it's been in the past.
they're first getting out and they're getting liberated. So they're all happy and can't wait to get out. They're all full of good wish people, and I like it as well because other prisoners are like, oh, good luck, you know, and take care kind of thing.
Catch you later on. What's it like when you're getting out that go? How's a buzz? It's a buzz every time. Anybody that sees any difference lying. Everybody says it's the last time, and I'm not even going to say it's my last time. But what I'm going to say is when I get this time, I know what I've got today, and I'm not going to drag my heels doing it. Hopefully I can just go out there, chase a flat, chase getting on the anti-booze and start to get my life again, try and get a job. Not me. Right, Mark, catch you later. Don't get nabbed, Neddy.
You've got everything that you...
Everything, that's what I'm taking. As I'm leaving, as I'm going down the route, obviously I'm thinking I can't wait to get out, just building up, getting excited for getting out the door.
Any plans today?
Stay sober.
Stay sober, aye?
Aye. That's the only one I'm concentrating on. If I keep on drinking, I'm just going to be in and out all my life. I know that. See you later on.
You can only help people who are approachable and wanting that help. And as an officer, you're not going to help everyone.
And as you're on the way out, did the staff look at you any differently?
I don't care how they look at me. At the end of the day, I'm walking out the door and that's all I care about.
Do you look somewhere to go?
My mother's going to go out, but register homeless. Hopefully get somewhere. My regrets being back in, the reason I'm back in, being drink related, no being out there and getting everything sorted sooner. I think if I chased it a wee bit more, I could have had things sorted, done anti-booze, got my housing sorted. I kind of dragged my heels with it. It's a kind of lesson for getting out this time, that to get it done straight away rather than take my time, dizzy-dally with everything. When you've not got nothing to do, if you're not working and you're not going out to earn money, if you're drinking and taking drugs, there's only one thing you can do is commit crime to feed your habit.
Just come with me just to get you change.
Aye, fine. Once you get your plays on for going out, then aye, it's a different feeling altogether. Lifts your mood, gets you ready for going out.
When we talk about revolving door prisoners, it is true, and you give all your sort of help and advice, and you refer people to various things, you know, that could give them support. But it is disheartening when you see someone coming back and people fail, and they might fail quite a lot, but we can't give up on them.
What will you be saying to yourself if you let yourself down and you find yourself in a cell just
fucking got it with myself. Honestly, I'll be got it.
Well, all the best.
Aye, cheers.
And I hope you find something better. Put your head down and stay away from trouble and that. In the meantime, I'll pass you over to my colleague.
Language operations.
It's the first thing I'm going to do. Normally I'd say go and get a drink, but this time it's got to be different. First thing I'm going to do, go and get something decent to eat. Food in here's rotten, so aye. Something decent to eat, down the road, get changed, and then see where I go from there.
looking through it, I thought, oh, they're going to be thinking I'm a pure idiot, getting myself in jail again. I thought, it's got nothing to do with them, it's not their life, they didn't have to live like that.
Welcome back. Feels like you've never run away.
I know, I missed you that much.
Right, can I ask you to take a seat in the chair? Perfect. Right, if you just come here, just have a wee seat. I'll get my side.
I was really looking forward to going and seeing my family and my friends. I was prepared to get put into a hostel. Went to the hostel, put my stuff in, got the bus down to see my mum.
Right, Jade, come on out and we'll do your property. How many bags did you bring?
2. Aye, that's on. Got back up to the hostel at 20 minutes past 12 that evening and got up in the morning and I noticed there was a letter under my door and it says on the letter that I was put in a warning.
The warning was for breaking the hostel's curfew. Jade was asked to leave, but with no other hostel beds available, she was now homeless.
I got the odd night on friends' couches and stuff like that, and the other nights I was just like wandering about half the night. You're mentally and physically exhausted because your mind's always playing on where you're going to get to go to sleep that night. That's class.
I'm going to keep that.
Aye, that's cool. But I was out of prison, I'd say nearly a fortnight before I turned to taking, and it was Valium and Temazepam I was taking. I just wanted to be oblivious to what was happening.
That's fine just now. Right, if you go back in and sit in there, right. Just stick your bag over there.
Yeah. Oh, it's heavy. It was that bad, I was going to commit suicide. I was going to fling myself under a train. That's how low I'd actually got. And I got a phone call, and it was my big pal that's in prison. And she called me a selfish being, says to me, look, see if it's really that bad and you're sleeping rough, get yourself in jail.
So you're happy enough to be backing down, okay?
Yeah.
So you're actually no fixed abode at the moment, is that right?
Aye, near address. Just started getting into shops and picking things up and deliberately getting myself caught.
What happened to you then?
I went out and got caught shoplifting.
Did you?
Aye. And I got caught twice and I didn't get the jail. I got let back out. And on the third attempt, I got 6 months reduced to 4 months. And for pleading early. It was a relief. I've got a room of my own. All right, it's only for a couple of months, but it'll let me really go on to the organisations that's meant to be here to help you because it's not happening to me twice.
Hey, I'll take you over the hall. Okay. Go on back, you're right with me.
Aye.
See you later, Jane.
Hello.
After less than an hour going through the admission process, Jade is finally heading to her new cell.
Well, I've heard that Jade's back in custody again. She's serving another 4-month sentence for the same offence.
You know your way, head up.
Aye.
It's disappointing. That is disappointing.
Hi!
Well, by saying, oh dear, here we are, Jade, yet again. How are we going to stop this?
How How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. Yourself?
Right, well, I just leave Jade with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit of a revolving door. Although we do try our best to keep them out there, sometimes that can only be a couple of days or a week. It's quite heartbreaking sometimes, but it's about not taking it personal, I think.
You okay with going upstairs this time?
Aye.
Yeah, I'll just put you upstairs then. Quite happy with that. Are you keeping alright?
I'm alright.
When I was younger, I think I probably did take it personal when people kept coming back.
No hand?
No, I'm alright.
I've learned to not take it to heart.
I'll just leave you home. What I'll do is I'll loan the store up at the back for you and you can go get your bedding and everything.
Aye, cool.
Alright,
Thanks
pal.
very much.
Settled back into prison routine, Jade reveals what may have caused her drug addiction.
In my 20s, I took a nervous breakdown, and for then things just seemed to go downhill. I just didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be on the planet. One of my good pals got killed in a really bad accident. Then I found another one of my pals dead as well, and my boy's dad, he was getting remarried and he wanted to take custody of my boy, and I don't know if it was just a build-up of everything. We've to get a red t-shirt on. There must be at the health centre. I was in a really bad relationship. I'd been using drugs on and off. And from then on, it's just sort of I went in a downward spiral, right, to keep coming in and out of prison all the time and stuff like that. At one point, I felt as if I was safer in prison. At least you've got a bed, you've got a meal. You feel as if you're worth something, you get a wee job, people are giving you chances and stuff like that. Aye, definitely. Hi. All right, hen. Pam, will do it. The first thing I'd done when I got in was dump my bags and ran out to see my big pal, make sure she was all right.
How are you?
All right. And just went and catched up with everything that was happening.
Your hair's nice, Jade. Have you your hair done?
No.
It's different.
Jade does well while she's in custody, and it's always a shame and demoralising that she ends up back in again, because without her addictions issues, she could probably manage a job outside, which is quite intelligent and gets through her day not too bad. You know? Sad to say, but there is a benefit probably to allow them to get their life back in some sort of order, get their addiction under control, and probably have a wee bit of see things for the future.
Obviously, it's not the life I want to lead. I want to get out and I want to go on with things, but early years I've made some right good friends in the prison, and we've remained friends all the way through. I've got more of a social life in the jail than I have outside, and that's the truth.
Saw you standing there, highway broken down. Thought I'd pull over and help you out. Halfway nowhere, what you do?